Just because you're a small business owner does not mean that you have to be stressed, anxious, and busy all the time. I mean, that is like the traditional caricature of somebody who is a business owner, someone who's just like stressed all the time, never there for their kids, they're always missing important moments. I mean, you see it in movies all the time. And the thing is, even today, if you run your business from home, for example, you can still be so busy that you aren't actually present for your loved ones. I was listening to child psychotherapist Erica Komisar, and she mentioned how apparently kids can get attachment trauma from their parents even when they're physically in the home, but they're just too busy to actually be present with their kids, especially when the kids are really young. So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can use to eliminate burnout in your business while still growing this business in a way that allows you to be present, truly present with your loved ones. Hi, I'm Doyne, a qualified business analyst with commerce and tech qualifications. I've worked in the industry as a business analyst for years. If you're a small business owner or solopreneur that is struggling, is just overwhelmed in your business, you're wearing so many hats, you're doing so many things, and you need help from an expert in dealing with all the chaos, click the link in the description to book a free call with me, and I'd be more than happy to help you. So the first way that you can fight burnout in your business is literally to increase your prices. It is one of the best ways to reduce overwhelm and burnout. Just put up the prices. Now, I've talked to quite a few business owners about this, and this is something that they just hesitate to do. They don't like doing it, especially if you run a business where you're communicating intimately with your customer. I spoke to a business owner who had a natural skincare company, but it was custom, so she would have online consultations with these customers before she actually made the products for them, and the products would be made and tailored to their own skin concerns. I had another business owner who was a software developer, and he would speak to clients one-on-one before he did the work for them. It was very hard for me to convince both of them that they needed to increase their prices because they both felt kind of bad. And I'm sure you do too. You're probably thinking to yourself, if I increase the prices, will my regular customers be able to afford these new prices that I'm charging? Probably be thinking, will I still be able to attract new customers at this higher price? Will people want to pay that much for what I'm offering? You might be worried about all these things, but let me ease your concerns. As long as you are still providing value that people loved about your business in the first place, and they will still buy from you, even at higher prices. I still purchase from companies that I've been buying from for years, even though they increase their pricing, and that's because I value their products and I value their services, so I'm gonna pay whatever they charge. The truth is, the majority of your customers will still continue to buy from you, and you definitely will lose some customers. Like, let's be honest about that. You will lose some, but most of your customers will keep buying from you because they value what you're selling. But remember that you will actually gain some new customers as well, because there's a customer at every price point. Now, it's important to have a strategy when increasing your price. Do some market research. You might have to change some of the things that you do in your business to accommodate this new type of customer that you'll be attracting at a higher price point. But remember, there are people out there that will help you do all of this. You're not alone. Don't let the thought of having to change something in your business overwhelm you. Click the link in the bio. I can help you. I have years of experience in process change management. It's something that I did in my job for years. However, you don't have to come to me if you don't want to. There are other professionals that can help you walk through this process. And this brings me to tip number 2, hiring help. Now, when you think about hiring people to help you in your business, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. But since I'm talking to business owners that are already stressed out and burnt out, I will only talk about the easy way to do this in this video. You can now hire an assistant to do pretty much any task that you want to be done on the face of this earth. Any task that you need help with, and I mean any task. Anything from creating social media marketing campaigns for you, or social media marketing, to data entry and Excel work, to answering emails, to helping you document your daily finances, to customer service, and the list goes on. You even have virtual assistants who have experience in certain industries. So if your industry is specialized and you need a virtual assistant that understands that industry, you can actually find one online. If you want one that understands the world of fintech startups, for example, you might want a VA that has experience in that sort of an industry, or one that went to business school or something like that. You can find a VA, a virtual assistant, with qualifications for anything that you're looking for. Most importantly, you can hire them on a freelance or a part-time basis to start with, so you don't have to have any long-term employment commitments. This makes it so much less stressful because you don't have to drop any employment contracts or anything like that. Now you can literally just go to any of these freelance websites like Fiverr, Contra, or Legit, and you can browse through all the profiles and experiences of the virtual assistants that are on there until you find one that is a perfect perfect match for your business. Some of these sites allow you to hire these people by the hour or just pay them to do one task for you. And the good thing is, if you find a freelance VA that you really like, you can just keep using the same person or talk to them about becoming a full-time employee of yours. So the key to doing this successfully, to successfully hiring a VA online, is that you need to have a process for doing the task that you want the VA to help you with. If you don't have a process, you can't expect the person to do a good job. They're going to be really confused. So a bonus tip for hiring a VA on sites like Fiverr and Legit and Contract, especially if you're on a budget, is go to the last page. Scroll to the last page. So when you type in virtual assistant, go to the very last page. Don't just look at the ones that are on the first page, because sites like this tend to push certain freelancers to the first page. But most of the time, if you scroll all the way to the last page, you'll find freelancers and VAs that are just as good as the ones that are on the first page. And the only thing is that they're relegated to the last page because of the fact that they're new on the site. So somebody who just joined the site as a VA 2 weeks ago is probably going to get left on the last page. So even though they have years of experience in the industry or years of experience in doing the task that you want them to do, they're going to get left on the last page simply because they just joined 2 months ago. Those freelancers are often cheaper and just as good, if not better, than the ones that are pushed on the first page, simply because they've been on the site longer. So skip to the last page. My third tip for removing burnout in your business, you can probably already guess, but it's automation. Add automations to your business process wherever you can so that you don't have to manually do tasks. One of the most well-known forms of automation is the email sequence. Rather than manually sending emails to your customers, email sequences save so much time and they allow you to be way less stressed because all you have to do is set them up once. They literally run it in the background and send emails automatically while you're asleep. There are many different types of automations that you can add to your business. The types of automations that you'll add to your business, as well as how many automations that you add to your business, will depend on the type of business that you have and how much of the business you actually want to automate. You can watch the other video that I made on automations. I expand more on this topic. I mean, you can automate meetings and consultations so that you don't have to do it manually yourself every single time. That's what I've done with my Calendly link in the description. You can also automate customer service so that you don't have to manually do it yourself, although I would proceed with caution with that one. Automating customer service might actually drive your customer away if that customer actually has a problem with something. Maybe they bought something or they have a problem with their order or their purchase. Automating your customer service can be a double-edged sword, as people are generally very emotional whenever there's a problem with their purchases. They want to speak to an actual human being in this situation, not some kind of chatbot. So automation done rightly can actually be a life changer in your business. It can help to eliminate burnout, overwhelm, give you some of your time back, and take some of the weight off your shoulders. But if you do it wrongly, it can make things so much worse and actually make you even more stressed. So if you want to know what type of automation is right for your situation and for your business, it's going to depend on your business. You can also click the link down below and talk to me about it. So that's it. I hope you found this video very helpful. Don't forget to click the link below and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!